Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, in a very common English language, it's the Bodhisattva of compassion. What we have just chanted, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, is actually the linkage mantra between Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and your mind, and you, and us. So that's the frequency. This Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the saint of compassion, or Bodhisattva of compassion, some people call Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva the Buddha of compassion. If you don't know that image, that stature, it's the one that with many, many hands. When you come to the temple, you see a big statue where there's so many hands in it. Why are there so many hands? Whoever chanting it, the hand is rendered to that person. The helping hand is rendered to that person. And there's an eye in every hand. When you leave this temple today, take a look at the statue outside. There's an eye in every hand. Eyes symbolize wisdom. Whoever is exercising compassion, anybody, you got to use your wisdom. Wisdom is very important. So with wisdom, with helping hand, you render it to all sentient beings who are always chanting Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. So you're linking. You have that cell phone in you. That cell phone is your mind. And you already have that frequency, that universal grand station where it is receiving your frequency all the time, 24 hours, non-stop. How many times you chant every day? Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. As much as possible. Link it up as much as possible. At least 108 times. 108 times, maybe only about 5 minutes. When you link up to that grand universal compassion station, not only do you have that compassion, you render the compassion outside, but your mind, what happened to our mind? Just as a wave disturbs the stillness of the ocean, every wave, just as every wave disturbs the stillness of the peaceful ocean, every thought in us disturbs the stillness and originality of our mind. Be it good thought, bad thought, neutral thought. It disturbs the originality of the mind and the stillness of the mind. When you are chanting, you return to that originality, the stillness. You return to the stillness, the tranquility, the peacefulness of that mind. Nothing to do with blind worshiping. Throw away that word, worshiping. It's not about worshiping. It's about returning to your originality, returning to yourself, getting back to that value in you. Empty, perceive that the 5 skandhas are empty. The 5 skandhas is we, our body and mind, and then every individual has that 5 skandhas. How come we call our body and mind are empty? What's the definition of emptiness? So what's the meaning of emptiness? In the Sanskrit language, it's called sunyata. Sunyata. In the Chinese language, we call it kong, K-O-N-G, let's remember. That's the Chinese word for it. Kong. Kong means empty, without substantiality. What is emptiness? We say, everything is empty. Let it go. It's empty. Don't attach to it. What's the meaning of empty? Every individual is nothing but the body and mind. The body is material. Your skin, your bone, your lung, your liver, everything about you, make up of that body, and your mind too. You don't only have a body, you also have a mind. That's the simple, single universe of you. But the whole universe is also material and spiritual. So if we think everything, it includes not just material, it's spiritual too. So every material element, every mental elements are characterized by causation. It does not mean that things do not exist, but rather they are nothing besides appearances. In other words, everything has a cause. Everything coming into being have different causes put together. Why are you here today? Not because of no reason. The remote cause, the most intermediate cause, and the helping causes that make your presence here. What are the helping causes? Forget about the remote causes. What are the helping that help you to come up to here? Your car. If in the morning you ignite your car and the car doesn't go, then you can't come here. So your car is one of the many helping causes that makes your presence here accomplished. And there's a road too that need you come here. So how many causes are there together? Immeasurable causes. That is the helping cause. How about the important causes? You have that willingness to come here. You germinate that causes that you want to know something about the Buddha's teaching. You want to know something about meditation. You want to know something about the peacefulness of mind. And you know that happiness cannot be derived from material. Happiness is from peace of mind and not from luxuries and material. Certainly not from fame, wealth, and all that. It's from the mind. So the fact that you're coming in here, just that little single fact that your presence here is because of causation. No objection. Nobody should object to that thesis. Everything comes because of causation. The fact that you are born is because of causation. What are the closest cause for you being born? A man and a woman comes together to have an intimate relationship, and the sperm and the ovary fuse together, and boom, you're there in the mom's body. And at the same time, your alaya consciousness zooms up into that embryo, and you becomes what you are in there. There's so many causes that make your presence here today. When you trace it, it's immeasurable causes. Every cause is because of a thought. There's no cause without thought. So you know how important your thought is? Every thought, when you habituate it all the time, becomes your character, your personality. Your destiny is determined by your character, your personality. I haven't seen a lazy person become successful. I haven't seen any students who didn't study, who always messed up with examinations and get an A. So there's all causes put together. I don't have to go any further. But what do we learn from this? It's easy to say, oh, because of causes, because of causes. What do we learn from this? It's very important. Don't just listen without reasoning. What lesson you learn just by the Buddha saying causation? Watch your cause. Watch your thought. If you germinate this bad, evil thought, it leads to a bad, evil result. If you germinate this thought of diligence, helpfulness, it comes to be a good cause, good effect. So watch your thought. Purify your mind. You know why we have to purify our mind? We watch every thought. And then what do we do? All things are non-self, as for Bhava, they do not have true reality. That means we are what we are today is because of causes put together. Why do we attach our body? Because we think that our body is substantial, our body is permanent, our body is the most valuable, our body is I have an ego. You always have to say I and ego. But don't you know that this I and ego is nothing but causation put together? You don't have a real self because you are a conglomeration of causes put together. Of course, you have that consciousness in you, which stands for eternity in some teaching. You have that eternity, you. But other than that, everything is causes put together. You don't have a self. And you keep on rotating your body. You change from one body to the next in your reincarnations. And we've been doing that for many, many reincarnations. And what drives us to reincarnate? God? No, not God. Who? Who is the force behind your reincarnation? Huh? Your own karma. You are your own master. What you have done, every thought that you have done, which carry out the action, determine your fate, determine where you go. The thought of killing someone will lead you to being caught, will lead you to jail. If jail is the effect, what is the cause? The idea of killing. Watch your mind, your own mind. So we actually don't have a real, true reality in us, but we attach to that reality. We don't let it go, and that's what we call ego. We have a strong ego, and that puts us to a lot of suffering, that renders us to a lot of human emotional afflictions. Next, all things are impermanent. There's nothing stays. Nothing stays. Not even your body. You live up to 100 years, you died. At the most. 100, 105, 110. Nothing is impermanent. But we don't think that way. We always habitually think of permanence. We're always habitually thinking of staying, staying, and staying. Even every word. I always want to like to give you an example. Somebody scolded you, say bad things about you, bad language about you, and listen. You listen, those sentences of foul sentences have no substantiality. Once those words are uttered, they don't stay, they're gone. Because words are invisible, they're gone. My sentences of scolding and criticizing, once I utter it, the words are gone. They don't stay. But you want them to stay in your mind. How come this guy scolded me? How come this guy said this bad languages towards me? He hurts me. It stays in your mind. You believe that it will stay and you want it to stay. And that torture yourself because you want those sentences to stay. But those sentences are not substantial. Those sentences are causation. Those sentences are impermanent. But you want it to be permanent and you don't realize it. You want this word to stay for days, for months, for years, until it stays and affect all of you. You believe in staying, you believe in permanence. You're confronted with everything that is impermanent, but you want it to be permanent, and you don't even know about it. You habitually think that way. Next time when somebody scolded you, let it go. Next, because of impermanence, the individuals experience suffering.